Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it is Wild Cards Wednesday, and so I've got my idea book out here, and I thought we might work on this one a little bit. I may have forgotten to grab some. I did, but that's okay. I'll use coffee dyed instead of craft paper. Anyway, this is the piece we're going to work on today. I also have an Etsy share of a new digital that I got. Okay, so let's say hi and hugs. Hi and hugs to Donna, Deanne, Sharon, and Marla. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okay, let's do the share first. And this beautiful digital is from AJeweldDesign, and it is called Pink Vintage Christmas. So for those who are looking for the pink sort of digitals, and this one is awesome. So the pages for the digital, and then there's a couple different writing pages for the back. Isn't that gorgeous? How gorgeous is that? And then this is the other kind of writing page. And we'll get to more writing pages. Of course, you could write there too. Just so pretty. Love the Santas. Gotta have Santa, don't ya? Yeah, and so there's writing space even on the, the decorative pages, I guess. And then there's that one. And then these I didn't back because I thought they'd just be fun to play with. So just kind of quickly flip through those. Mistletoe and the poinsettias. And then this one goes this way with Santas. So cute. And then the add-on kit is the ephemera. So journal cards, pockets, whoopsie, tags, little washi. Excuse me. Little tags, little fun little pocket there. Got an envelope. Some more journal cards and washi. Got fussy cuts. And then, Jolene, I was tickled about this. I have to tell you. So these are backing pages as well. But I'm going to keep one of these out to remind myself which kit it's in, because oftentimes I just need a plain back. This is perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, and then I kind of printed some extras. So anyway, Pink Vintage Christmas by AJeweldDesign. I will link her shop in the description box below the video. Okie dokie. So this little guy, I need to pull this out. So it's a full page pocket. Then it's got a big journal card. It's got 3 pockets on it that have, it looks like they have the double fold tags. So all sorts of stuff going on here. So we're going to need our cutter, and it looks like we're going to also need the scoreboard at some point, but we will do that in a minute. So, I think I'm going to take a quick minute and run get some of this craft paper. Okay, did you talk amongst yourselves? That was a wasted trip because this is not this. I don't know what I used there. Anyway, so that's okay. We'll we'll carry on. Okay, so I have all my scraps of scrapbook paper over here. And I think I'm going to use this one for the base of the pocket, because, oh, look at those. Didn't even know I had those. Actually, these two would be good for bases. Let's do that. And kind of wanted to do one that's a Tim Holtz too, but you guys know you can do these sorts of things with you know, non-Christmas is what I'm trying to spit out, and having difficulty doing so. Okay, so it looks like this base okay, the base is 8.5 by 4.5. Those are not the same size, so we'll just go like this. 8.5 by 4.5. And I'm going to do a couple, because you can fit a couple out of each thing, right? Okay. 8.5. 4.5. So it really helps me to have this little card with the measurements in my idea book. I don't know if you guys had picked up on that from the other videos that we've done with this, but it's really nice to have that just to remind yourself, you know. Okay, I'm gonna do, just because I can, just gonna randomly grab a Tim Holtz here and see. Yeah, I'm not super wild about that one, so we'll use this one. It's funny, a couple of these Tim Holtz pads, it's like the glue got kind of crazy and went everywhere. So basically, I'm just kind of doing like I did the last time. I think I'm going to use the bottom of this one. We'll go 8.5 this way. And make a bunch of these, because, you know, in some ways, why not? I do have my Tim Holtz scraps close at hand too. Okay, we'll just do these 6 maybe. Okay, so cutting more parts. So that was the pocket, or I mean the base pocket. Then the little pockets are 3.5 by 4.5. Is that right? Yeah, 3.5 by 4.5. Okay, we can do that. What do we got here? Well, as luck would have it, it's 3.5. Okay, so let's do, but we need 3 of them. So that was 3.5 by 4.5, right? We'll do these ones, and then I'll see if I have a scrap that works, because we're gonna need 4 more, aren't we? Okay, so let's see what we have in here. Is this 3.5 per chance? Show is. Oh, I like this one a lot. Okay, so 4.5, 3.5 by 4.5. Yes. There's a couple more. And we need 2 more. Okay, what else I got in here? Maybe this one, 3.5. Yes, living right, just living right. 3.5 by 4.5. And 4.5. Okay, there's all of these little pockets. Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, so that's the pockets for these. Good. Now, we're going into the Christmas stuff. And I don't know what I have. Let's check it out. I also want a fairly sturdy paper. I don't want like, oh, here's some pink. Is that 3.5? Sure enough is. Let's do a pink one. So 4.5. And 4.5. And now I need to find one more pink sort of, those are all too skinny. Ew, that doesn't go. Oh, that's the stripes. Those 2 might go for one though. Okay, let me look in my other spot for some pink scrap. Not 3.5. Okay. I have some in here. And this one. Okay. Three and a half. By 4.5. And I'm not worrying about which way the design goes. Okay, so we have 3 little pink ones that I'll put with, not that, with this base. That base there. Okay. And then we've got these. I'm going to put these, just pop those back in the bag. Okay, and then I think on the green, this would be nice. So let's see what we can do there. 3.5 by 4.5. And another 4.5. Okay, and then this one, let's go this way, 3.5 by 4.5, 4.5. Okay, that'll be fun for that one. For this one. Okay, now I feel like I could get another bit out of this. So let's do it. Once we get everything cut, then I'll do one till completion just so you can see that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so 4.5. This is a bit thinner, but I think it'll be okay still. Okay, and then 4.5, yeah, so let's go 3.5 this way. And 4.5 this way. Ooh, barely made it, but I did make it. Okay. So let's put this on this one just for something different. Okay. Then we have one more green one. So let's see what kind of scraps we could use for that. Or you know what? I think I don't have to use scraps. Let's use a paper. Let's see about this one. There's something in there that we could use. Oh yeah, it's got that and that. Merry Christmas is kind of fun. I think I'm going to make all 3 pockets out of that paper right there. And I need to do a little thinking here of okay, so that's 4.5 scored this way. I'm confused about my directions here. Sorry, guys. Let's see. And I want this to go the right way. So let's just think about this. I think in order to go that way, I think this would be the 3.5. I'm going to try it that way. If they're sideways, they're sideways. 3.5 this way. 4.5, 3.5. Maybe it's the other way. I think it might be the other way. Okay, so we're going to go 4.5 this way. And we'll see. I mean, I have a big thing if I don't like how it turns out. 3.5. Let's go this way so I get the Merry Christmas. 3.5. And 3.5. Okay, so we should have all pockets accounted for. The bases that we made. Awesome. Okay, let me get rid of the scraps. However, might I want them? Nope, I don't think so. Okay. Alrighty then. So we did those. Now there's scoring, but let's do. So the tags are 4.5 by 8.5, or 4.25. Excuse me, 2.25 and 8.5. Goodness gracious, Gertrude. Okay. see what I have for. I'm just going to use coffee dyed paper since I don't even know what that is. So 2 1/4. So I don't know how many we'll get out of a piece of paper, but let's see. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. And 2 1/4. Whoops, that's 2 1/2. 2 1/4. Okay, and I'm left with a little strip. I'll throw over there for now. Okay, so one piece of paper, you get the 3 tags that you need. So we need 6, right? That's a good one. That's pretty thick. That'll be fine. That'll be good. 3, 4. Call that good. Okay, because I think I can probably do at least 2 pieces at a time. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. And one more. 2 1/4. Okay. That over there. I just don't want to get my strips mixed up. Whoops. That one belongs here. 3, 3, and 3. Let's see if we can do 3 at a time just for efficiency's sake. It actually likes it better. And I'm only separating them because I want the types of paper to be the same in each pocket, you know. Yep. And 2 1/4. Alrighty then. Those go there. That one, that one, that one. Okay, I'm just cross stacking them over here to the side. So now we've got the tags done. Now the big card is 4 1/2 by 7 1/2. So let's get a few pieces of coffee dyed cardstock is what I'm going to use. So 4 1/2 by 7 1/2. I think I'll do the 7 1/2 first. And then do 4 1/2. And 4 1/2. Perfect tag left over there. Okay, and this is this perchance. Nope. So we've got a couple of scraps. That's fine. Okay, let's do another one. 7 1/2. I've told you my 7 1/2 story, haven't I? The kids were younger and we were now we're going 4 1/2. We were in Portland and we went to the Lloyd Center, big shopping center. Because, you know, when my kids were kids, shopping malls were the thing, you know. Anyway, we go in and Mike's going to get a pair of shoes. And you know, he told the guy that he wore 10.5, you know, and guy goes back to the back and comes back and he said, okay, here's your 10.5. Mike said, 7.5? 7.5's not going to work. Embarrassed the kids so bad. So anytime 7.5 comes up, that's where my brain and the kids' brains go. Was Dad embarrassing us at the Lloyd Center? Okay, so those will be the cards like this, right? Alrighty then. So I think we're done with the cutting for now. Then the scoring, we need to score these pockets, okay? So I still need my, you know, let's do this. Let me pull this up so you guys can take a screenshot if you want to. So that we just did the big card. Here was the tags, 2¼ by 8.5. The base, which is the big pocket, 8.5 by 4.5. And then these are the small 3 pockets, 3.5 by 4.5, and then our scoring. So there you go. All right, let's do this thing. So these on the 3.5 side scored at 1/2 and 3. I think they're just basically scored at 1/2. So I'm going to score the bottom because I think that's what we're doing is we're making the, you know, yeah, and then these two are at 1/2. Yep. Okay. And 1/2. A 1/2 and a 3. Huh. I don't know. These are really confusing me. Okay, I'm going to do it my own way. On this one, I'm going to go 1/2. Right. Yeah, 1/2 and 1/2. So at 3 and at 1/2. Okay. And then here, 1/2. I just did the first one wrong is all, but that's okay. I think it's fixable. Okay, so basically on these little pockets, like the thumb notch is going to be here. You're going to have these two fold in 1/2 inch and the bottom fold in 1/2 inch. It's not a big worry unless you're, unless you've got the directional. Yep, 1/2. And okay, I'm going to say 4.5. I think I have these backwards is what's going on. Yep, I think so. Because the 4.5 length, which is this, you want to go at 1/2 and 1/2, so it's going to fold in. And then the 3.5, you score at the end. Yep, that's what was going on. So let me show you this again. Don't delete the first screenshot. Here you go. There's the second screenshot. Oh, man. Maybe I should make one of these before I start the camera, right? Okay, I am just going to set the scoreboard aside, and we're going to fully make one just so it's less confusing to you and to me. Okay, so the pockets had rounded corners. So we're going to do that. Boom. 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 Okay, this is the 8.5 by 4.5 piece that's going to go on your page, right? Okay. So there, that is all ready to go. Then these little pockets, we're going to cut these. I'm gonna just cut them at an angle on that corner so that they fold easily like that. So we're gonna just fold in the halves, fold up the bottom, and there we go. There's your pockets. But they also need to have a thumb notch, so we'll do that too. But let me just get these done. Okay. And this one that has an extra score. Don't tell anybody. Oh, didn't score it. I didn't score it where it was supposed to, though. Let me do that. Okay. So here, oops, let's cut it. Like that. So there's all of those. Then I'm just going to, I'm basically going to do them all at the same time. I think I can. I think my hole punch will do it. We'll find out. Kind of check out the middle there. There we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is, before I put these down, I want to distress them around the edges. So this one basically becomes a 4 pocket. Last time, how many we had? We had a bunch. I can't remember. 5, 7? I don't know what we had on that last one that we did. Okay. So that's all good. And the green is so dark that it wouldn't show anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna glue those down. And I think once again I'm just gonna run my bone folder, get them to really lay down. Okay. If you want to, and did I? Yeah, I did. If you want to, you can cut these too so that they don't show. Looks like I did that too. Just cutting them on the diagonal so the folds don't show. It's what's happening there. Okay, so this one is ready. And when I have 3 pockets like this, I like to put the bottom one and the top one on, and then kind of center the middle one. Let's see which one's the middle. That's the middle. Let's do the top. Okay. I hope you don't mind me figuring these out kind of as we go, because if I had to make things ahead of the video, I don't think I'm going to get the video done. As is, I missed one. Let's see, when this airs, it'll be a Friday or two ago. I had a little difficulty and the video got deleted. So, you know, such things happen. And it's not, I mean, it's not on my phone anymore either. So it's not on my computer, not on my phone. Because I have to get rid of them. It takes up too much space, you know. Yeah, so anyway, I had a bit of a technical difficulty. Okay, so see, then I can just kind of center this one. And that's the easiest for me. Okay, so there's those. We need some tags. So we're just gonna, are these? This is not 8.5, Gail. It is, huh? It looks so much. Oh, did I do them the wrong way? I did them the wrong way, didn't I? Okay, so these need to be cut at 8.5. Oh yeah, I did it the 11 way. Did you guys see that? Did you pick up on that before I did? Whoops, not that one. Oh, Lordy. Lordy Pete, as my friend would say. Okay. Let's just get these the right size. Silly girl. I'm like, that seems too big. Oh dear. That looks real long. That's going to hang over. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We get there eventually. I mean, in my defense, eventually we get there, but it's sometimes a long and winding road. I saw a thing, it was kind of cool. I think it was on Instagram. They were talking about empathetic people and, you know, people that have deep feelings and stuff. And one of the ways you can tell if you're an empathetic person is if like certain songs come on and it gives you goosebumps or makes you cry. And I thought of that this morning. We were driving home from Missoula and there was a song on that gave me goosebumps. And I thought, oh, I guess I'm empathetic. Okay, so now 8.5 by 2 1/4, and we're just going to fold them in half, right like this. Folded in half, and another one. Okay, and then we're going to make them our tag shape. We're going to cut the tag shape on the folded edge. And I'm just going to use this. I think I can do them all three at once. Let's see. Yep. Maybe. Maybe not. Shoot. What else can go wrong, people? What else can go wrong? Now it won't let go. Okay, there we go. Gotta get those out of there somehow. Okay, here's my advice. Don't cut corners. Not literally, but figuratively. Trying to do too many at once did not work. Okay, there we go. Now, we need the little toppers, which is just with this. Oh, these also had a decorative bottom, so I guess we could do that real quick. And I think I've got, yeah, thought I had it handy. Okay, we'll just, the nice thing is about doing these things out of my idea book, I already have the one in the idea book, so I can use everything that we're making here. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I should put the lid on my glue or I'm going to be sorry. Okay, now we're going to find some sort of something to put on the ends for the pull. So let's do our straps and see what we might have. I kind of like the idea of like that. I think I'll use that. I go as close to the edge as I can when I'm doing something like this, because then I can get more out of it. We might want some of those for another one. So let's see. I don't know if this is going to show. We'll see. Yeah, a little bit. Gets rid of the white anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is put them on as closely as I can, you know, to even. Maybe if I use my mat, if I go like that and go like that, that's good. Okay. Okay. And line that one up on the mat. Just a little. Okay. And this one. Okay. Got those on. So let's put those in. Okay, so that'll go on the page. Now our base is the only thing we have left that's going to go in there, right? I am going to, once again, do these corners. Okay. Now this one has a big old flower on either side like this. So then that slides in like that and kind of hangs out a little bit. Let's see what we have to use. Gotta think of where that's sort of thing might be. Not in there. No. I don't know if I have any of those flowers. That's what I'm thinking, is I might have to use something different. Yep, I'm looking at all my Christmas stuff and I'm not seeing any big flower like that. Here maybe. You know, it might be kind of fun. This is from Vintage Studio 717. I don't know, that's not going to go very well, but that might be fun. A ticket on this. How about this coat check? I think that would be fun. Let's do that. Okay. Just kind of, I guess, just kind of look at what you've got. Yeah, I don't seem to have. Oh, wait. There they are. There they are. They were at the way back. So I could do a flower too. This is bright red. I think I'm going to save that and you just use, let's just use these two up. Okay. Usually I would keep this card to repurpose, but it's got all this sticky stuff and glitter everywhere. So I am going to toss it. Don't tell the recycle police on me. Okay, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on this. Now, would it be a good idea to put this like there instead of here? Because see how I run into it? I think I am going to put it there. So I'm going to just pretend like that's in the pocket, and we're going to just, maybe someday when the Fabri-Tac makes its way down to the bottom of my bottle. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, and then, oopsie, I'm going to turn it over, and let's see if I go like that. It's bunchy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit, so if you want it flat, something like a ticket or that coat check or a die cut or something might be a better idea if you're worried about the bulk. It's all about the bulk, the bulk, the bulk. Okay. Ugh. All righty. So we have one complete. How are we doing time-wise? We got 10 minutes. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that took me a bit, didn't it? But I love it. And I think, so that was the project, the 4-pocket, and it takes up the whole page, which is awesome for a page that, that you've got that is white or whatever you want to cover it. So that's the project. For the next couple of minutes, I'm going to just do some, I guess you could call it mass make prep. Like we could punch all of these and get the tags ready too, right? So just doing one task for the remaining 5. And And then they're ready that way. I didn't distress our big card. We could do that too. Anyway, I think these are kind of cool pockets too. Definitely a fave. Oopsie. Get off of there. This guy needs to be emptied. I can't see. Yeah, I really like doing a bunch of these at once. And I mean, certainly you could do a bunch of these like in a floral or something and just have them in your pre-made ephemera as the opportunity comes up where you've got like a page that's what do I want to say? Page that's blank or page you want to cover up for whatever reason. I feel like the neighbors doing their mowing, and I feel like they've done it like several days in a row. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. Then these, let's just gonna fold them and do their punching too. Why not? I could do this while I'm watching volleyball on TV this afternoon. We were at Marin's game last night, so then we went to then we have to watch Katie's on NFHS. You know how it is. We're just kind of crazy. I don't know. I think I might be able to do these all at the same time. Let's see. Let's see if Gail can make herself crazy again. Yep. Yep, that's not working. Actually, that's my husband trimming. That's not the neighbor. He just came in front of my window. I'm like, hello. He's so cute. Oh, he woke me up at the crack of dawn to come home today. I was just like, really? I had trouble going to sleep. You know how it is the first night away from home. And so when he said, Gail, it's time to get up, I'm like, no, it's not. Might be time for you to get up. It's not time for me to get up. Oh, man. Guys, I am a hot mess. I can't get it open. Well, why won't you come? Oh, there we go. Because you weren't doing it right, Gail. Are you guys like, push down on it? It's got a little latch. Oh, okay. Okay, so, yeah, so anyway, it was beautiful drive home, and I was happy that we got home early so I could do a video, but it was hard for me to get out of bed this morning. And gosh, by the time we got upstairs, and basically we just jumped out of bed, brushed our teeth, put clothes on, and we're ready to go. But Marin, bless her heart, was already at school. She's apparently got an early class. We did get to see our grandson, Aiden, too. That was awesome. Haven't seen him in a bit. He was able to come to the game, didn't have to work or didn't have school stuff. Apparently, he's doing kind of a teacher assistantship. So he's working with freshmen in the Astronomy 101 class. He said it's very interesting. Working with the younger kids. I said, I bet. So you can see these pockets have a ton of, once again, writing space. And I think these tags are fun because you could, you know, put a day's events or something on these. Whoopsie daisy. Almost did the wrong end. Not that I don't have a little more coffee dyed paper. Oh gosh, I have to tell you, my Amy texted me, Katie is in a fashion design class and she absolutely loves it. And her teacher said, if you know anyone who has some extra fabric that they'd want to donate to the school, it'd be great. So I'm going to be going through my fabric to see what I have that I can give her school. I'm sure I have some. I bet I do. Yeah, so anyway, I thought that was funny. So I said, Amy asked me that on the text, and on the text I said, do I have any extra fabric? She's like, you are crazy, Mom. I know. But I'm excited to have that, you know, have some extra fabric go to a good cause, you know. I mean, I take it to, I'm wearing out my little corner punch. I take it to my retreats, you know, but it'll be fun to have another recipient. Let's see, the other thing we need to do is corners on the bases. So it is kind of more efficient to do this, though, to go ahead and, you know, work with one tool, one movement, instead of using the tool, putting it down, doing another thing, using the tool, putting it down, you know. So do any of you know, I know Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah does the mass makes all the time. Do you know, is she the one that coined that phrase of mass makes? There's a little piece of junk journal trivia that might be fun to know. I don't know. I think she's the first one that I heard use the term, you know, but I could have missed it along the way too. Well, we'll have all these done. That'll be good. My thumb's getting sore. There's the downside the mass makes. Okay, cool. So we could round the corner of the bases. The other thing we could do ahead is we could, so see, doesn't that look just yummy? The other thing we could do is punch the holes for the little pockets. Boy, those little dots just get everywhere, don't they? How we doing? I bet you we're past time now. We're right on. Okay, we're going to call it good. But there's our pocket out of the idea book for today. Just this little guy has this slide in back. And these pockets have the tags. Bada bing, bada boom. Thanks everybody for being here. Have a grateful day. Be kind always, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.